So I think it's best that we talk about the difference between bookkeeping and accountancy before we get into the pricing of it. Now, the primary difference between bookkeeping and accountancy lie in the scope and the focus. Bookkeeping is the operational or administrative function. It focuses on the meticulous day-to-day recording of all financial transactions. It's about making sure that the data is actually captured and organised. Now, accountancy is the strategic and analytical function. It takes data provided by the bookkeeper, analyses it and interprets it, prepares formal financial statements, ensures regular compliance, provides financial insights for the business and decision making. So think of it this way. The bookkeeper gathers all pieces of the puzzle and the transactions, and the accountant puts the puzzle together, the financial statements, and interprets the picture relative to help the business plan the future. Please remember, you decide what's covered in bookkeeping. For example, you may include credit control, but some people don't. Now, what I'd like to talk about next is automated software. Now, we used to use Dext and we use QuickBooks. Now, let's just a quick talk about the two. When we first used Dext, it was about £100. They just come out, they used to have a different name before that. What was really good, you could take hundreds of transactions and it would upload itself. Now, with QuickBooks, it only does 5 at a time, but when they are uploaded and it's correct. Now, because it's in our QuickBooks subscription, we use that because Dex went to £400 and something. Then they wanted so much per client. And once you've got hundreds of clients, it just is uneconomical. What we need to do, and what we did do in our proposal letter or letter of engagement, we broke down what's actually included in the service to try and cover when we used to use Dext. And the typical rates were, like the base rate was 15p to £1.50 per transaction, which was an average of about £1. Now, there was pricing factors in this: average number of transactions, the frequency, daily, weekly or monthly, because if they wanted them doing daily, then it was obviously more, and the quality. Now, we got to the point where we had our clients taking the pictures for us. Now, something that you have to remember. So what the formula we used was base rate times average number of transactions times frequency times quality of the records equal the monthly fee. Now, please have a look at table 1 for this. So, one of the jobs that most of us bookkeepers hate is bank reconciliation. Now, when we use software, it's really good because we can cherry pick it off the bank statements with automated things. But we hate to talk about pricing. Now, there's 2 common methods used for this. Again, we use it within our software. Now, we would have a base rate of somewhere between £7.50 to £20 per bank account or credit card, an average of about 15. Now, the pricing factors, the number of accounts requiring reconciliation, because they may have more than one bank account. You've got to be careful with this one because, you know, we've been caught out where they're giving us a business bank account and then they use a credit card as well. Now, the frequency of service, monthly, quarterly or annually. Now, we use a basic formula. Base rate times the number of accounts times the frequency equals a monthly fee. Now, we have given you a table to work from. But remember, it's a base rate times the number of accounts times the frequency equals the monthly fee. Now, the number of accounts is how many bank accounts, credit cards and things like that. Don't be caught out like we were. Let's talk about processing purchase invoices. This service covers each receipt or purchase invoice received. Ideally, the document software with optical character recognition, like when you take the picture and it automatically goes into your software from your phone, gives the dates, the supplies and other details, which is really helpful. Now, the typical rates, a base rate of 35p to £1, which is an average of 75. same as before. Average number of purchase invoice receipts. The frequency, daily is always priced more because it's more hassle, weekly or monthly. And the quality. Now, we do like our clients to take the pictures themselves. It saves us. And when it's set up, it's great, but there's nothing worse when they miss half of it out. Now, the example would be the base rate times the average number of purchase invoices receipts times the frequency times the quality of the records equals a monthly fee. Now, I have put this into table 3 for you. It's pretty straightforward. All of these things are basically the same. So the opposite to purchase invoice is sales, as we know. So this requires a little more time and there's less automation available, which is why the higher rates are usually charged. You can use Dext for this, but what you can't do is use QuickBooks. So we hope that our clients do invoicing out of QuickBooks, but they don't. They use all sorts of methods. So we would have a base rate of £2.50 to £7.50, which is an average of £5. Again, the pricing factors: number of sales invoices, the frequency, daily, monthly or weekly, daily is always more, and the quality. I mean, are they sending them over on an Excel spreadsheet, or are they taking pictures and sending them over? You've got to work this one out. So we've got the base rate times average number of sales invoices times the frequency times the quality of records equals the monthly fee. Now I've done a table, which is table number 4 for this. Now again, some people don't have this in their bookkeeping service, but it's credit control. This helps our clients getting paid quicker. There is tools available for this, but we tend to just have a look on the system, see what's due, and QuickBooks automatically sends them out when they're overdue. Now there's a base rate of £5 to £7.50 per invoice. That has to be chased. That's an average of £5 because we send the automated out. We don't charge for that, but we do charge when we have to ring up. Now that's the average number of customers or invoices chased, the frequency of service. Daily is always priced higher than weekly or monthly. So it's base rate times the average number of customer invoices chased times frequency equals the monthly fee. And I've done a little table for you on table 5.